Boy, King Insane. We in the barber shop talking random bitch, and I got some beautiful people in the house with me tonight. Why? It's a dream come true. Actually, me and my brother get on radio and play together, man. Hey, get on board. Jump on in. Come on in the shop. 404-355-8699. Call and holler at your boys. Love860.com. Hit that media TV. 30 seconds. We finna get it. Get it. Get it.
They're comfortable and they work, and we guarantee your happiness. So call right now and get yours. I promise. We're here to take
got my crack.
Thank you.
Chocolate mango.
That's good.
800-430-9571. 800-430-9571. That's 800-430-9571.
Mr. King?
Hey man, don't leave him sitting, bro. Don't leave him sitting. Don't leave him sitting.
I'm being there that bad already.
Guests and callers that are not necessarily those that Beasley broadcast with this station and staff, other advertisers, or agencies.
T-shirt fresh. Devil, dude. Woo! We all know about that.
It's as easy as calling King Insane. Saturday, 8 to 9, it's the thing. Love 860, wanna hang. Tune in, I hear sports be the main. Topic of conversation for the random-ish game. Them dudes do what dudes do, some ish don't change. I agree, your feelings should be the same. Barbershop combo, cutting up the game. Getting more buzz than a Ted game. Talk Atlanta United right after the Bird game. Then the Braves and the Bulldogs sing. Talk about it all. Window to the wall. Wanna call if the line be busy, just maintain. They gon' get at you, dang. What King Insane talking about, it ain't a thing. They came here to put you up on game. Real talk, speaking about everything. Sports history, life drama, no mystery.
We're gonna change this song. Look at
You
this
will be so
intro we did.
random shit, every living room, every car, every bar. We will talk to you soon. At work, Atlanta traffic is doomed. King Insane be the calm down.
Ooh.
You have just entered the building with your boys, King Insane. Welcome to Shop Talking Random Ish, where conversation rules the nation, and no topic is off limits.
You know, this ain't nothing but healthy conversation.
And welcome your hosts, Rick King and Will Sane.
Greetings, Atlanta, America, worldwide internet. You are tuned in to Love 860. You in Shop Talking Randomish with your boys, King Insane.
What's good, ATL? Good's good world. It's your boy Rick Kane.
And I'm Will Sane.
Man, we got some special people in the house tonight.
Who are they?
Hey man, I got my brother in the building. So it's almost like a dream come true, because when I first started this journey, one of the things me and him talked about is, why can't we do this together one day?
Cause I can.
I'm gonna go ahead and ride on your coattails, bro.
Got my brother Steve King in the building.
What's up, ATL?
And he got his lovely wife in the building with us, Miss Stephanie King.
Hi, Atlanta.
And since I started this show, I have always wanted to publicly say congratulations to them, because they are newlyweds.
Oh, congratulations to y'all on that.
And I've been trying to do this since we've been on the show, but every week I forget to do it. So with y'all being here, I want to say congratulations to y'all on the beautiful love that y'all show. Thank you.
We do appreciate it.
Thank you.
And by the way, ATL, you need to elope. Keep the money in your pocket.
He's a money guy.
Very
He
smart.
is a money guy.
That's true.
But I also want to thank my sister-in-law, because she shares the show every week, and she's brought a whole new segment, or a whole new fan base
Thank you.
to the barbershop. And I also want to thank you for that,
You're
sister-in-law.
welcome. Happy to represent the Beckys.
I know a few white people who have wandered into black barbershops, and it's been the best haircuts they've received, and the conversation that they've heard has been very well received. So, hey.
Hey, the conversation is always good in the barbershop.
Yeah, Michael Phelps was in the barbershop, in the black barbershop, before he went to the Olympics. So,
And
hey,
that's why he,
come on. White folks can come to the barbershop.
what happened with him in his shawl, though? He didn't get the haircut before he raced the shawl. That didn't happen in Starlight. My baby Starlight is not in the building with us once again. She getting this school thing, boy.
Yes.
This week back to school, and they I think they beating up on her.
And it's bad to not have her in the house tonight because that's what, I wanted to talk about going back to school. But before we go there, Max, how you doing?
Gentlemen and pretty lady. Good evening to everybody. We are live in the barbershop, and you know what goes on in the barbershop. We talk about just about anything.
Yes, sir.
No
We ain't
conversation.
gonna talk about Colin.
No, not today. Hey, we gonna try not to talk about Colin Kaepernick in the barbershop tonight.
That's hard, man.
Hey, man, that's the hottest topic. The phone number's 404-355-8699 if you want to come in and holler at your boys in the shop. And if you're living in your mama basement with your rotary dial phone, you can dial 1-866-923-2860. Hey, you can look at this beautiful lady in the barbershop with us if you go to love860.com. And just come on in here and enjoy it. And
Remember that no conversation is taboo. And also, we only have one rule, which is say what you mean what you say, just don't be mean when you say it.
hey, baby, the shop is open. Let's get it. Hey.
So how about this Colin Kaepernick thing? Nah, we're good. Go ahead.
So, hey, man, so now, one of the big thing going on right now is this back to school.
Yeah.
All right, so there was a petition that I saw in I think it's the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, where like over 11,000 parents signed stating that these kids were going back too early.
I think they're going back too early. Man, it's August. It's the beginning of August.
Yeah.
When the summer is really on point.
They get out in May. They get out like May
And
26th.
I don't think they should get out that early. I think they're getting out too early. But see, I remember, I'm old.
Yeah.
19, I was in high school from 87 to 91, graduated. We got out in June, with the first week of June.
Yes, sir.
And we went back at
After Memorial
the
Day.
last, no, we always went back the week before Memorial Day, baby, that Wednesday or Thursday.
Before Labor Day.
Before Labor Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how
it
we
was
used
the
to-
most retarded thing. We thought it was crazy, but
Yeah.
we always go back like 2 or 3
It
on a
don't make no
Wednesday.
difference to me because I work on all of them, so it don't make a difference to me.
Nah, I was working. I was outside
So
playing.
where
And
was you in school at? Did y'all went back that early? Because, we didn't get back like the first week of September. I grew up in New York.
You were up north, and so y'all got out a little later, but I was like,
Yeah,
where
we
I
get
grew
out
up.
till June.
yeah, we got out June. We got out.
I graduated high school on June 5th.
And I got graduated June 6th. Yeah, so we get out the first week of
That
June.
long. I get, short-term memory shot.
Well,
And that's the thing, because it's like the kids don't really have we weren't able to take the kids anywhere on vacation this year because it seemed like the summer break was so doggone short.
yeah, it creeps up on you so fast.
Yeah.
So you almost by the time, because like I said, they get out so early, and then when they get out in early May, you still like the job seem like stuff ain't ready for them to be out of school so early because it ain't really summertime.
And that's why I always start like with this. You can tell us from the teacher's perspective, like how do the teachers feel, and what are some of the reasons why they're going back so early? Because I hear, or one thing is that they have these new breaks built in throughout the year now. Like we have like a fall break.
Yeah,
we never had that fall break
everything.
before.
Well, it seems like every month if I remember correctly, almost every month they're getting almost a week off.
Yeah.
Which to me is almost crazy. You should.
Kids don't need a break.
No, you don't need a break like that.
No.
I think they
And
should.
then you get 2 weeks in December.
Yeah, they get the 2 weeks.
Now they reserve that. Now that's what we used to have that
Yeah,
too.
we get that.
I would say keep
Actually,
that.
well, now Christmas
I'll give
longer.
Christmas
Christmas
off.
was a little longer.
See, like Christmas was a little longer.
Good 2.5, if
Yeah.
not 3 weeks.
2.5.
Yeah, we got.
We got them 3 days.
Yeah. Oh yeah, them 3 days was special.
And see the same thing because now we have the snow days in the Atlanta area. You got those snow days, which you really don't even need built in.
No.
But is the messed up thing is, on the back half of this year, when they watching all these movies,
Yeah.
and they in school, so
Yeah.
because they got to get them 180 days.
Yeah.
But, you watching Raiders of the Lost Ark.
You're not even doing anything.
You ain't doing a bunch of sheets.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
Oh.
you ain't doing no school.
But I ain't gonna lie. Them
They're doing their exit resumes and everything.
That was the best day.
I like those last week of school, man. Cause you get cutting class, you meet. Hey, Can you meet me? Can you meet me down the hall?
We'll go ahead and take a walk. Ain't nobody looking for
Ain't
you.
nobody looking for you. You
So,
gotta-
what was your favorite grade, though? What was your favorite grade to go back to?
If I could go back, I would like to do my senior year over again. If I could do it, because I messed up my senior year. I did some stupid things my senior year.
You got big brother vouching for you, too. How so?
actually-
Little brother vouching for you. How so?
Thick.
But yeah, I messed up my senior year. I got into I was involved in a fight. I was suspended 10 days, and then everything just went from there. So if I could do my
So you were
senior
doing thuggery?
I was a pretty thug. I was a pretty thug.
So, hey, quick fight don't work.
We was in hey, me and my boys was in a little group called the Lambda Side Dogs. Shout Side Dogs.
Lambda Side Dogs.
Yes, sir. We was stepping and dancing and getting all the guys.
So y'all start your own fraternity.
Yes, sir. Hey, after school days, after school days, everything went crazy. Hey, somebody just stopped into the barbershop. What you need? What you want?
Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? My name's Carlos.
Welcome, Carlos. How you doing?
What's going on, Carlos?
Hey, man, I'm a school teacher here in Atlanta, and I was just listening to your show. And we used to go back to school after Labor Day when I was in school.
Yeah.
And now it seems like the kids, they're not really prepared. They don't get a chance to break. But we do have so many days off. Every 5 weeks we have a week off here in Atlanta. And then Christmas we have 2 weeks off. And then in February we have winter break. And then we have summer break.
How long have you been teaching, and what grade do you teach?
I teach high school. I've been teaching for about 10 years now.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. With this new format that they have now, do you see an improvement in the grades and in the overall curriculum and performance in the students?
Actually, I have for most students. We still have some of those students that are a little trouble, but for the most part, yeah, it has been an improvement. They get a break off, they can get their mind right and relax and everything. So.
Okay.
So how is it for you as a teacher to have to go back so early?
It's hard for us, because we don't have as much time to prepare, and we have to get lesson plans and stuff like that. So teachers only get like 30 days off.
Really?
Okay, yeah, okay. That's strange.
I was going to retire and be a teacher. I ain't doing that.
No.
I thought you had a whole summer off.
Nah.
You only get 30 days off.
Now, do you have to, because y'all got to plug into continuing education.
Right.
You got your post-planning tear down, you got your pre-planning. So
Right.
it runs together. Now, have you seen over your time teaching, scholastic performance in general? Have you? Is it better students, or are we doing it better back in our day?
It was actually, better in our day. We were able to get more hands-on with the teachers. Like, there's a lot of things that we're not allowed to do anymore, as far as like projects, especially in areas like science and social studies, because they're changing some of the books and taking a lot of the history and a lot of the things out, so it can kind of reflect what society wants us to teach. So it's a little harder for us to find ways to relate to the kids these days.
When you say y'all were able to get more hands-on, I thought you meant paddling.
Yeah.
I thought you meant rough them up.
Well, they need to put. I'm almost here to say they need to bring some good paddling and discipline in the schools, and I think that will help you as a teacher out. What you think?
Where we need to bring the paddling at. The paddling needs to come in at home. That's where you need.
Well, they need paddling. They need paddling at home, and they need more and better discipline in the schools also.
Hey, appreciate it, Carlos.
Hey, Carlos, thank you for calling. See the cashier and get on about my barbershop. See you next week.
So according to Carlos, I guess you ever watch Phineas and Ferb?
Yes.
Yeah, 101 days of summer vacation?
Yes, sir.
I guess that's a lie.
Hey, somebody else
was 101.
Somebody else just walked in the barbershop. What you need, what you want?
Hello to the king.
It's a lady.
It's a lady.
How you doing, Miss Lady?
How are you?
Oh, we're good. How about yourself?
Fine. This is Miss Bonafide from Single Mom's Lifestyle.
Hello, Miss Bonafide. How you doing? Glad you're listening. What you got? What's on your mind?
I have to disagree with you all about the kids going back to school too early.
Come on.
And I'm going to tell you why. They're eating up all my food. I'm glad them. It's going down. So, yes, the schools can take them because I pay taxes. So, yes, they can have them. I wish they would go all year.
But now you're going to have to pay for the aftercare so it all equals out, right?
Absolutely not.
But you gotta buy shoes. You gotta buy if your kids aren't in uniform, so it don't equal out.
You gotta get that Get Fresh outfit too.
That'll be clean for
Let
the
me say, I don't buy new clothes every year going to school. Since they go to school in the summertime, they're wearing their summer clothes.
Yeah.
I get some new shoes.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So, no, them jokers going back because I have men children.
Okay, well, thank you, Miss Bonafide, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
All right, y'all are doing an excellent job. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, ma'am, and city cashier, and leave a tip on your way out.
Man, I'm sorry, man.
Absolutely not.
You had to get that Get Fresh gift, man.
Yeah, oh, man. Hey,
That's the one.
one gear.
No, that gear.
Oh, they about to see.
Oh, yes, sir.
And if I didn't wear it on the first day, you best believe I'm wearing something dope on Friday.
Somebody else just walked in the building. It's a special lady. Who's in my barber shop?
Hey, fellas.
Hello, lady.
Hello, Miss Starlight. How you doing?
I'm good, but I'm tired.
What's going on?
I would just like to say to these parents, y'all can keep them another week. I'm a teacher who is not at, I can't even be in the shop because I've been still running around doing teacher stuff. And I ain't even set for my kids in my classroom yet.
So what is this pre-planning like? Getting ready for the kids to get there.
Well, it's usually only about a week, but I started at a new school and a new grade, and when you have a whole lot of things changing, they were nice enough to give us 2 weeks. However, we've spent most of these 2 weeks trying to understand all the new stuff we got to do. And now we got to turn around on Monday and teach kids.
Oh, man.
Like, really?
So did anything academically change this year that y'all have to be prepared for?
Not really, because for me, I'm going into first grade. So I'm moving up to teaching pre-K to first grade. So it's still a decent year. It's still a decent grade. However, when you got teachers that are third and up, them third through eighth graders, those are the testing years. And unfortunately, the way the state of Georgia goes, them the money testing years.
The test ain't no joke, cause they get stressed out.
When you have schools that keep going and going with bad scores and behavior issues and stuff not going right, the powers that be with the money, they think, okay, let's change a whole bunch of stuff. But it's like, wait, no, let's not change it all the way at first. Let us figure it out. Sometimes we need to figure it out. Sometimes you do need to change it at first. It's a whole lot scary. And when you're scared of teachers, it's hard for us not to scare the kids.
But you know what, don't worry.
Scared kids don't really test well.
Don't worry, Bessie DeVos is going to get it all straightened out. She got a plan to get it all straightened out.
Yeah.
Y'all won't even miss that $9 billion tax. Don't even miss that $9 billion cut in the education system.
Won't miss it at all.
You won't miss it.
Don't catch this straight blade.
Don't cut her.
Don't do that. Don't mention her to me.
This is...
He's on senior.
But Starlight, I wore a T-shirt just for you. I don't know if you own it, but
I've been to school.
Yeah, you know, kind of driving, can't really Facebook Live.
oh no, don't drive in Facebook Live. No, don't do that.
But I'm gonna catch it. I'm gonna catch when we YouTube it.
Okay.
But I miss y'all.
We miss you.
We miss you, and you need to come on back. You got a job up here. You need to get back to.
Yeah, I'll be back.
All right, and we got 2-3 weeks of bathroom duty for you when you get back.
Sure, why not?
All right, Starlight, you have a good one now.
All right.
All right. So, all right, we got a question now. So, we got to get the white perspective in the house.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Don't just sit here and be silent.
That's right, Becky. That's why you're here.
Tell us about the school for the white side of things.
School for white people?
Yes.
Because where did you come from? Where are you from? Originally.
No. Because affirmative action gave us a different leg up than them. So I want to know from the white side of the house.
I don't think they gave us any affirmatives.
So, did
y'all do the new school outfits and everything? Did your parents buy y'all the new school outfits? And was it a big thing, like to wear a new school outfit back to school?
Well, I always am fresh. I always had a fresh outfit.
So it wasn't a new thing.
No, that was just an extra hustle to get more clothes. I was actually known in high school for never wearing the same outfit twice. So
what?
Where you from?
Has money.
I went to high school in Cobb.
What part of Cobb?
Sprayberry, East Cobb.
East Cobb. Oh, so now we know. Okay.
I'm in it now.
Good job. Good job, my brother.
So
I'll pick your coverage.
She tells a story about counting black people in her high school.
Oh God.
How many y'all have?
I didn't think about that. Someone asked me. And I was younger, I was a child, and you take it as a literal question, and I thought, oh, okay, well, when I go back to school, I'll count. 50.
50 in the whole school?
In the whole school.
Yeah.
See, I used to do it in my classes, because in the classes, the college prep classes I was in, it was no more than like 5 of us in that class.
Now, I'm going to tell you, hey, no.
More than like 5 of us. That's the most.
What you saying here comes my biggest regret in school.
Ooh, yes.
Here comes my biggest regret in school. In the 7th grade, I walked into my math class. I was a pretty smart kid. Mm-hmm. In the 7th grade, I walked into my math class. I opened the door. Me and my best friend at the time, Stephen Palowitz, we was walking in class together. He walked in first, I walked in second. And I was the only black kid in class. Yeah. It shook me for life. And I proceeded, because all my homeboys and friends was going across the hall to Miss Kennedy's class. I think she had a pre-algebra class. So they was going into there. Oh man, they were and I'm the only black guy walking into my class. Yeah. It messed me up for life. Because at that point I was like, how do I get out of this class? Instead of living up it. Yeah. I did everything because I couldn't handle it. And I'm in the 7th grade, and I didn't have anybody to tell me that it's okay. Yeah. That it's okay. It's nothing wrong with being smart.
We need to take a break. We need to take a break.
Only if y'all want to now. You know we ain't.
We roll.
Okay, we grown. Because that's the thing that's another thing you leading into something else. Because now it seems like in society, especially with the rap generation, with this new rap music and everything that's out now, it seems like it's cool to be dumb. It's cool to act dumb.
It's always been cool.
I can't say that. Because it wasn't cool to not be smart. But nowadays, kids are trying to act dumb just to be cool.
I mean, your boy 2 Chainz is brilliant.
And that's what I was about to say. There's plenty of rappers who dropped out of school who are smart as I don't know, T.I., Biggie, Jay-Z, Andre 3000, Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
It's a lot of them. Yes.
But they don't talk about it because you don't want the persona of.
No, they talked about it. The thing is, this new generation, it's like I see kids who are constantly trying to portray that they're ignorant.
Well, yeah, when I work in the schools, I talk to kids all the time. Any chance I get, I talk to kids and let them know, hey man, it's okay.
Yeah.
Being smart, there's nothing wrong. You can be smart and cool at the same time. Yeah. It's perfectly okay. But I wish somebody had told me that in the 7th grade.
Cause it's funny that these kids nowadays, they want to look like a nerd but don't want to be a nerd.
They don't want to be a nerd. Yeah, it's cool to look like a nerd.
Yeah. I want to look like a nerd, but I ain't gonna do a study to be the nerd.
Oh yeah.
That's the crazy part about this stuff, man.
Did y'all have that? Do y'all have those kind of I guess influences or peer pressures?
I went to a different kind of school. It was very college driven.
Yeah.
So
well, at the time,
I don't think it was cool to be dumb.
See?
But that makes sense. It was
it makes sense.
Something Stevie and I talked about. It was just an assumption.
Yeah.
That you're
going to college. You're going to college. It's just assumed. So it wouldn't do you too well to act dumb or not perform. No, I remember us being competitive about our grades.
And that's sort of how that's how we were sort of like, I would say in the school that I went to, we were sort of pitted against each other like that, where it was like, you had the college prep classes.
Yeah.
Those kids, they were preparing us all to go off to college. And they had your, basically, I want to say your trade school.
Trade school, yeah.
Kids, who they were basically...
Vocational.
We had a fantastic vocational school until a couple of years after I graduated.
Yeah.
So when they start taking money out of, they start taking all the money. That's the worst thing. That's the worst thing they do in schools.
Everyone's different, and everyone has different skill sets, and I think that's
somebody got to be a
plumber.
Somebody has to be a plumber, and some of the richest people I know are plumbers. So you have to learn how to work with your hands, and that's one of the biggest things that I think that your girl and 45 is doing for America is finishing. Messing up our educational system.
Well, you know, I was seeing, fast forward and moving along the segue into the affirmative action, as Jeff Sessions is now about to look into affirmative action and say that it's basically racist towards the white population. Well, my take on that, and a lot of statistics came out basically saying about how many black kids are going to school, regular school, and failing, and how many black kids are going to college and not graduating from college. That I can't put on anybody else except for the individual.
Yeah.
I can't put that on the government. I can't put that on affirmative action. I can't put that on anything except for the individual.
That's because the government cannot regulate desire.
It can't.
You have to
You're
give
right.
your kid the desire
You're
to
right.
do well. I tell my son every day, you get to college and you get a scholarship. When you get out, all that college money is yours. Now, you don't go to college, you got that doo-doo.
Yes.
Daddy ain't paying for nothing. I don't take care of grown people. So when you get out of high school, if you don't go to college, we done.
Yeah.
You pay rent.
Me too. No, you get out.
Oh, no.
I gotta go. You got
half the mortgage.
You got a military.
I got no problem with that.
No grown man is staying under my roof. You got the military.
My son now.
I don't care. But that's the thing. We started.
You got to pay.
Now we going to another subject because we coddling these men now, and we're not letting these men be men. At 18,
paying rent is a grown man thing.
But not in your daddy's house. No, you don't have really. That's different than paying. That's different than paying that landlord.
The day I graduated from high school, I came home from graduation to get changed so I could go out in the street. He said, "You do realize, come the first of the month, you need to pay rent."
Yeah.
And first of the month was like 3 days away. You do realize.
That's a grown man decision.
I've been working since I was 9, so what like I didn't have money? And I'm like, what you mean, guy? He said, your mama feeds you. I put a roof over your head. Yeah. You do your clothes. Yeah, you gonna pay for. I'm like, how much? He said, $200 a week. I'm like, $200 a week. I was a mechanic, bro. I was doing okay. No joke.
What year was this?
1976, I graduated.
Well, you paid $800 in 1976?
I don't think my mortgage for that house.
Most people paying that now.
Yes, sir.
That is called hustling.
See, I work.
Hey, your daddy got you.
Oh yeah, he put a work ethic in my mind.
Yeah.
That's why I went to college. So I won't try to pay that $800.
Yes, sir.
Hey, but you know, affirmative action and stuff that's going on in schools. The things I can promise you, that bus they put me on to Bar Shoals Elementary School, if I hadn't been on that bus and got around that group of kids that I did, I would not be sitting in the place that I am today. I can promise you that much.
A lot of us are like that.
You know,
Well, see, this the thing. In 1961 is when the affirmative action had to be put in place. There was a reason why they had to put affirmative action in place.
Correct.
But my problem is, in 2017, we still talking about the affirmative action.
You still need
That's a problem.
You know, no, I don't know, because what we're looking at, all right, so how long ago is that? 56 years. I mean, 56 years is not a lot of time.
It's not a lot of time.
People think that racism was going to die in 56 years? Hell no.
No, it's not. It ain't died since.
No, discrimination, bigotry was not going to die. It's not going to die in 56 years. It's going to take centuries.
Yes.
For you to kill this out. It's going to take educating and having a heart to heart with them. This is, to me, AG Sessions need to investigate the judicial system and the departments, the police departments, instead of trying to go after affirmative action.
Well, they need to leave the whole educational system alone unless they're trying to put more money into it. Because this country ain't gonna be nothing unless we get our educational system right.
Well, that's true.
And we have steady going down. If you look at the statistics of education by country, we're steady falling.
But kids don't care as much anymore.
Well, it's not. It's not only the kids don't care, but they're not. I mean,
Trust me, I got a
I think
solution.
the parents are working. I think it's a poverty issue. If you got two parents or one parent working 2 or 3 jobs.
You still got to care about your kids' education.
No, I agree with that. What I'm saying is it makes it that much harder. I think
it ain't easy.
worrying about where your next meal's coming from and the rent being paid makes everything all the harder to achieve, and I think that's another issue.
I got a solution. When I become president, it's an easy solution.
Okay.
All we have to do is this. All right, have the parents. What's the thing called when your kids don't go to school and then the police come get you?
Truancy.
Truancy. All right. So here's the idea. Here's my idea. Okay. So parents, you got Johnny. Johnny has to go to school. If Johnny doesn't go to school, we tell you one time, parent, hey, your son isn't going to school. You need to make sure he goes to school. Once again, parent cannot control Johnny. So police or judicial system, whoever comes back, tell parent, you got 1 or 2 choices. You either make Johnny go to school, and if he doesn't, you go to jail. Or we'll take Johnny. You sign Johnny over to us. And what we'll do is there's a military type academy where your son goes and he graduates school. He also picks up a trade at that school. So therefore, Johnny now is getting that education, graduating with a trade to where he can be a productive member of society. Too easy.
I was about to say if the paying for it, who's going to pay for it?
The same people who paying for the education. The $9 billion that we just took away.
The same.
How about put that $9 billion over here to make these kids go to school?
Somebody just walked in the barber shop. What you need? What you want?
And you can partner these schools up with corporations, same thing with your prisons.
Which I fully agree.
I'm white, and I live here in Georgia. And I think what Sessions is trying to do, I think it's going to benefit everybody in the long run.
And why do you think that?
Because I think affirmative action was kind of blown out of proportion. I don't think we really needed it. I think everybody has an equal playing field.
Hold on. Where do you live at?
I live out here in Carter.
Okay, so how old are you?
I'm 52.
Okay, you're 52. So you were around, like, at the end of segregation. Were you born in the South?
I was. I was born in Valdosta, Georgia.
All right, so did you go to Valdosta? Okay, yeah, good. So did you go to a segregated school?
I did.
Okay, so your school was segregated, correct?
Correct.
All right, so did you ever take a trip over to the black schools in your area?
Yeah, we played them in football.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing because that is funny. It's like the only time I went over there was to play football. No, did you go see the difference in the education level, and also did you ever experience the difference in the schools themselves, the actual facilities?
Oh, yeah, I mean, the facility, but I think it was more so the areas, because it was more I guess African American population in that area, and so they just moved the school to that location.
So we're talking about a ran down school, or we're talking about a school that's equal to the school that you went to?
In the South, pretty much everything is pretty equal down here in the South. I'm not sure where y'all are from.
I didn't catch your name. What was your name? Chris? Chris, hey, I'm Stephanie.
How you doing?
Hey, I'm good. So I want to ask you about the level playing field.
All right, go ahead.
I want to know what you think a level playing field is.
We all go to school. We all have teachers, and we all learn from the same book. You just study and work hard.
But there's that they are not the same books, because I'm in Atlanta, and in East Cobb, where the schools are, where their money is better, the schooling is better than when I come down to South Cobb, where they barely has books.
Or if you go to South Fulton.
Or South Fulton, where you barely have books,
Go to College Park.
and the kids can't take the books home, and
Well, that's what I'm getting, that it's not a level playing
it's
field.
not a level playing
The
field.
reason
So
I didn't go to a private school is because the East Cobb schools
Education,
are just as
yes.
good, if not better, than a private school. So that makes it inherently, just because of where I was born, is institutional racism.
See, Chris, what you're
I benefited from birth from being in a place that had better schools,
Yes.
better houses,
yes,
2 parents at home,
correct.
making good money.
And yes, you do have to do the work.
No, I agree. I agree with that,
you know,
but I'm saying
when you
it's
start,
not level.
When you start 2 steps ahead, I've still got to run 2 or 3 steps faster just to catch you.
yes.
Well, I can't really say that because, I mean, some of them boys had some really good parents. You know, it's just the way they were raised. If they came on down about us to where I was, we would have had the same education, and then they would have had the same opportunity.
But
But they weren't there.
No, man, that's something that we can't help now.
But we can help it.
How can we help that young lady?
we can help that by once the schools got integrated, we now can sort of say that now there was sort of a playing field that was sort of level. Not totally level, because you still now, as we're saying, in the affluent areas, there is better education in affluent areas than in the poorer areas of Atlanta.
You know, we learn together, we read together, we study together, we play together, we pray together.
I wish it was.
I wish it was that simple. As Chris, as much as I would love for what you just said to be true, it's not. I mean, but the good thing is we're having this conversation.
Yes, and I do appreciate you calling in with this point.
Nothing changes until we can start having these conversations. So I appreciate you for having these conversations with us tonight. Please come back and do this again, because nothing is going to change until we have these conversations and come up with a plan for everybody to be on the same playing field.
And Chris, one more thing before you go. Please teach your kids and teach your grandchildren that equality is needed, that you should treat everyone equally. Please teach that to your family members, because coming from the South.
All my grandkids are rich.
Okay.
So, I mean, all my kids are biracial, so I'll teach them that every day.
Assalamu alaikum.
Hey, thank you, Chris. See the cashier, pay him and get on up out of here, Chris. Hey, but please come back. Hey, we're going to take a little short break, and we're going to come back in the barbershop. Please holler at your boys at 404-355-8699 if you're in your mama basement with the rotary dial, 1-866-923-2860. Holler at your boys.
Joe's listening. He said, "You got a young lady." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"I know, I'm so young." Did I do okay?
Did you? Did you?
Yeah.
Because they had you here. I had the conversation just like you just talking regular place.
But it just kills me when white people say, "Well, it's illegal."
They
Really?
No, I mean,
they haven't
but
seen it.
they had seen it. If they had seen it,
But the thing, you know, until
I didn't see it just because there was nothing to see. It's you're blind to it.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
invisible.
Exactly.
and there's a
And
lot-
then at some point you start thinking you did it. But you didn't. You
No.
got a
No,
lot
you
of
didn't.
help.
But you know the thing about him? He's gonna see it through his grandkids.
Yeah.
right, he gonna see it.
When his
Oh, yes.
grandkids start explaining
Yes.
the difference that they're seeing
Yes.
and everything, how they're treated.
Because they're going to get
It's
treated
not
different.
Can't say I went to play football over there.
Yeah. I went to play football over there.
Oh, when they play football,
I have a black friend.
I feel like integration was the worst thing we could have.
no, integration was the worst thing.
What?
No,
I kind of agree with them. I agree with them from the sense of when we
about to get a
integrated.
hit.
No, when we
about to give us a
integrated, we as a people stopped.
no.
We as a people stop doing for ourselves. Stop loving each other. Stop loving ourselves. And
I can't agree.
we have so much more. I believe. I grew up in integration, so I believe that when we were segregated, we had so much more cohesiveness as a people.
It's not integration that did it to us. Then that's just people being bitter and turning toward each other. turn against each other.
Yeah.
The only thing that I say desegregation messed up was black businesses.
Yeah.
I do think it messed up black businesses.
Yeah.
But I don't know about saying it messed us up as a people, because I think it gave us more opportunities to now be on that plane that closer to that player level that Chris is talking about. Because now some of those bad schools down south can go to schools up in Roswell and Norcross if they're failing.
But what I was getting at, I had a client come see me the other day.
What do you do?
I'm an esthetician. I do brows.
Okay.
She's a school teacher.
Mm-hmm.
What she was talking about is her kids being food scarce, having to figure out how to get food to them for the weekend, how to get food to them on the spring. I mean, I was bawling.
Oh, yeah.
This is a mile from my home. So you mean I have so much, and you're just ignorant to it.
And that's crazy. Got 1 minute. Well, less than 1 minute.
You want to do this or you want to do the?
I thought we already hit a good answer. She just came through.
Want another put on spot?
I'm sorry?
30 seconds. Where we going? Baseball, I mean. Oh, you got to count down. I got to get a countdown to these football.
Okay.
What are y'all putting me on the spot for what?
We're talking about football now.
Oh, God. Okay. I'm on.
No, you still here, no?
I'll text.
You gonna do football?
No, I'm just going to get the countdown. I mean, for some reason.
You bringing it back?
10 seconds. You can bring it.
Welcome back in the shop. Talking randomish with your boys King and Sane. To join us, dial 404-355-8699, or you can call in 866-923-2860. You can also tune in on www.love860.com or download that. What is it? The TuneIn app? Yeah, the TuneIn app.
Or you can go to the Love 860 app.
Hey, if y'all gonna say that Love 860, you gotta put some more bass in the game. That needs to come over like a quiet storm.
Hey, what is the Love?
I feel like I should be
860.
sponsored.
Love 860 app.
Love 860.
Hey, I got a public service announcement.
You know, 6 phone calls. 6 phone calls. What are you doing right now, Roger?
I'm on Love 860. Hey, I got a public service announcement.
Speak on it.
NCAA football season started in 21 days, 2 hours and 2 minutes and 56 seconds.
What's the first game? Is that the Alabama? When is the Alabama?
The Alabama-Florida State game is technically the first, but sometimes they start off with a Thursday game.
It's gonna be South Carolina, Vanderbilt,
October Thursday game, and then the
Florida State, Alabama.
Yes,
Georgia State playing Norfolk, Texas.
Now Georgia, for us Georgia Bulldog fans, we kick off with Appalachian State.
They better
on September 2nd. They better not get caught sleeping. Appalachian State coming to Athens to kick off butt, man.
Yeah, they better not, man.
And
that's gonna be hot first weekend though.
Yeah, oh yeah. And then for the last of the public service announcement, NFL football kicks off in 34 days, 22 minutes and 58 seconds.
Yeah.
Let's get it, baby. I'm ready. Who?
What?
Okay,
Crickets.
I'm gonna say that.
And now the Crickets. Who?
I'm about to say this.
Man, you know your quarterback bipolar.
Is Odell at camp yet? Has he showed up? No, is he at camp? He is now? Okay.
Well, let me ask you this: is your bipolar quarterback? Is he going? Is this the year he gonna lead the league in interceptions?
Yeah, he's going to be one interception behind Matt Ryan.
Oh no, sir, no, sir.
Odell is bipolar, but Odell is borderline insane if you think he should be the highest paid player in the league.
He pulling that Floyd Mayweather right there, trying to hype himself up.
You think you're the best, but you don't say that you think you're not even the number one wide receiver.
Who's the number one?
Julio. What?
Man, come on now. Hold on. You ain't nowhere in the world you can think that Odell is better than Julio.
If you would have said Brown without his
And Odell can't say out his feelings long enough to be number one.
I love Julio. Julio's always hurt. Every something's hurt on Julio.
Look at his numbers. Pull up the numbers. Pull up the numbers. Pull up the numbers. Pull up the numbers.
Tell Odell to get hot tub.
Hey, he can be there, but if he put on a tantrum, is he gonna be there and not crying and reading my tum and No. Unfortunately, no. And what happened? And what happened after he got off the boat? He dropped passes.
Hey, hold on, man.
Dropping passes. But Julio made the catch. Hold on. We can't. Julio made his catch. They got the first down on the 22-yard line, and all and all the.
I'm gonna say this. I think
all my offensive coordinator had to do call 3 running plays and kick a field goal to get him one Super Bowl.
I'm still hurt.
I don't know if I'm boycotting the NFL or I'm just in a Super Bowl hangover right now.
No, Julio made his catch.
You
didn't even get there. You didn't get there. But you didn't get there.
That's another conversation.
That's another conversation for another day. We ain't gonna have that conversation in the barbershop. Somebody just walked in the barbershop. What you need, what you want.
What's going on, man?
Yep.
You know, when I graduated from high school, my father told me 3 things. He said, one of these 3 things you're going to do. He said, 1, you'll get a job. Number 2, you'll go to college or technical school. He said, I don't care where you want to go to advance your life. Or number 3, you go into the service.
Yeah.
So I chose number 3, which is to join the Navy. I went to boot camp in Great Lakes, Illinois. Then I went across the way to EMA school, which is Electricians Make A school, and learn a trade and learn the skills and stuff to operate the electrical equipment on board my ship. But anyway, the point is this. You're going to do something. My father told me, you're not going to lay around here. You're not going to be running the street. I said, if you stay, you can pay rent. And that's the way it goes. That's how it works. You know, so I chose number 3. And as far as affirmative action goes, we all know who the beneficiaries of that is the European Caucasian females. Those are the ones who are the biggest beneficiaries of that. I'm going to give you an example of what I'm talking about. I used to do construction, right? And some of these companies have the presidents are female. Most of them are females. And I'm saying to myself, these ladies have never even put a roof on. They never did the work. They don't even know the parts of the inch, but they're the president of the company. So they use an affirmative action to get the benefits and get the necessary resources for their company. And I'm saying, that's who's the biggest benefactors of that. And I tell some of these folks I have, hey, if you own the company and you signing checks, you're making payroll, you got to take advantage of that. You got to own some stuff. And these people are taking advantage of the stuff that you're not trying to use. You're not trying to utilize. You're not trying to get ahead. And you can't blame nobody but yourself. You don't have, if you got jacked up credit, if you don't have a DUNS number, if you don't have a good attorney, you don't have a good accountant, of course you're going to be behind the 8 ball. No pun intended, but that's the way it goes. And I tell these guys out here, these people are serious. And you talk about you don't like how things go. I said you gotta flip the script, so to speak, and become the owner, not the employee, but be the employer.
Hey, appreciate it, Avery.
Huh?
Appreciate it, Avery. Thank you for your comment and come on back in here.
How do you feel about that?
I don't understand. Was he saying that white women benefited from affirmative action?
Yes.
How?
Because, well, affirmative action was not just meant for blacks, as some people may think. It was actually meant for minority groups. So therefore,
like
females,
that kind of thing.
Correct. Females are also beneficiaries of affirmative action because they're a minority group. The only person that actually does not benefit from affirmative action is the white male.
Actually, that I've seen, because when I was down at Georgia Southern, I was working with a kid, and he got a white kid, and he got a scholarship to go to Savannah State to play baseball, and on a minority scholarship.
Yeah, that's a minority.
Yeah. So everybody has benefited in certain ways from this.
What was the school with kid? God, C. Thomas Howell. where he played a black. He dressed up. He played a black guy.
I would love that movie.
You know what I'm talking
Yes.
about? He played a black guy in order to get into school.
Painted Soul Man.
Was it
Soul Man?
Was he trying to get into Harvard?
Yes.
Remember when he joined the black men's group?
Yeah.
That was my favorite part.
Yeah.
Because they instantly outed him. It's not one of their own. It was instant.
I mean, he didn't do the handshake right.
He wasn't in any newsletters.
No. But that's, and so I sort of see Avery's point with that, but I look at it as affirmative action is still necessary, and it was necessary back then. It's still necessary, and I wish it wasn't.
Yeah.
I think I speak for everyone when I say we wish it was not necessary.
And
I think for women, I know that I've read some things that say that women at a certain point start lagging behind in math and science. That when we start school, we're equal to men. And there's a certain point where we're not encouraged to continue. But as far as, if he was comparing it saying that we benefited, we still have white privilege on our side.
Well,
do you see what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel like we just flat out.
Yeah.
I don't understand what he was saying, that he thinks
that
we benefited
because
the most.
Here's one thing that I'll look at you guys, and this is not, I guess I'll speak, is that like business loans. And I'm gonna have a friend of mine come on to talk about this sort of thing.
You know how long you've been promising?
I know, man. I've been promising. I know. He probably listening right now. He's probably cursing me out. But with business loans, you guys are offered opportunities that white males aren't offered.
True. Yeah.
And it is because you're the female, not just because you're a white female, but because you're a female. Now, a black female has. I'm not going to say the double. I'm not going to say the double plight or has a better chance of getting a business loan.
But here's the thing, and he made a great point
because
about
affirmative action.
You know, you got to take ownership.
Yeah.
You know, the business, the economy. I read the other day that over the next 20 to 30 years, it will become virtually impossible for a, quote, normal dual income family to sustain a middle class lifestyle. You can't have two jobs where you just get paid about an hour.
So you telling me that my kid gonna have to stay in the house with me and pay the rent?
Well, I'm telling you, hey, that's three income. No, but the culture has become a side hustle economy. Yeah. You know, you got your job and you got your thing you do. Mm-hmm. The progress from a financial side is when you take ownership. You can't apply for a business loan if you don't have your stuff together, like my man was saying. Yeah. You got to have these things together, and put yourself in a position to get these contracts and get these opportunities. So there's, you've got personal responsibility, and then you've got access to the opportunities, and the two things need to intersect more often. And these young cats, going back talking about these dudes coming up and not embracing the head game, being real smart. If you just gonna go punch a clock,
no, you never.
You cannot trade hours for dollars.
You gotta have. I tell everyone, you need to have a career. There's a difference between a career and a job.
Yes, sir.
You gotta know that. You have to know that, and once you figure that out, you get yourself more career oriented, and you can become more successful.
But you also got to have multiple streams of income the way it's looking, cause
that's true.
Just having that career, when our parents were coming up, you can go to the plant or whatever, and work there for 20, 30 years, and the pension and everything you making just as much money as some CEOs. Because you don't been there, you don't put your time in, and you got your pension and everything, and you living good. Nowadays, that thing ain't working like that.
No, it's not.
You have to have,
because of the change in the economy.
Like I say, the change in the economy and getting rid of everything, and it's almost to a point where it's just gonna be the 1%ers and the no percenters.
And speaking of 1%ers, gosh man, so I got ADD. But
they got a bill for that.
It's got no. It's kind of. when you hear the statistic that 1% of the 1%ers own 85% of the wealth. 90 now? It's hard for me to fathom that. That 1% own 90% of the wealth.
The wealthiest people in the United States own 90% of the wealth.
Okay, but here's this thing with that, okay?
So you tell me that the rest of us, 99%, are going after 10% of
Yes, sir.
No. The other money's out there. That's the thing. We just got to go get it. You can't sit back and wait for it to come to you.
Yeah.
Opportunity is there. Opportunity is there, and it may be harder than for everybody else. But my father used to tell me, if you want something bad enough, ain't nobody stop.
But thank you for saying that
Nobody stop.
because there's someone who a lot of woke people want to listen to is Dr. Umar Johnson, tries to tell this myth to everyone that black people, that they're trying to keep black people down and not let black people succeed. That's a freaking lie. The opportunities are out there. You have to see. Sometimes what you have to do is you have to write a paper to get a grant. You don't want to write a damn paper.
Somebody just walked in the barber shop. What you need, what you want.
Yo, Rick, Will, Stephanie, and I don't know the other person's name.
Stevie.
That's my brother Steve.
All right, cool.
So we ready for you.
You remember the woman, though. I see that. You remember the woman.
Reference to the public service announcement.
What's going on?
If you can do it, make sure you go see a game in that stadium, man. That Falcon Stadium's going to be nice, man.
Is Cat playing? Is Cat gonna play ball?
Here we go.
And we boycotting. Rise up, people. And don't go.
Hey, if you get a chance, you need to go see them play the Browns. At least that way you know they get a win.
Yeah, we definitely gonna beat the Browns.
Get down with Browns dog pound. What the hell y'all talking about?
What's going on with you, A?
In reference to that figure that you guys get on the wealth it's actually from the 0.5 richest percent in the country. That's not just money. That's money, stocks, bonds, and real estate.
Yeah.
They put all of that together. And when they put all of that together, that's when they come up with that figure that it's like somewhere between 85 and 90 some percent of the wealth of the country. Well, they own it. They're not mortgaging stuff. A lot of folks
Straight cash, homie.
A lot of folks in this country think that, they get $50,000 down on a house, $200,000 house. They pay on it for a few years. They got $75,000 in. You still don't own it. You don't own it till it's yours. The bank owns it.
Yeah.
Follow me? So yeah, it's true. They do have that much control over the wealth of the country. But it's because most of the people that think they own stuff because they have possession and control of it don't understand that doesn't mean that you own it. You follow me?
Not until you got that deed in your hand, man. It's yours.
I got a question for you, bro.
Now, the deed doesn't even mean that it's yours. You have to have that mortgage has to be done.
That's when you get the deed.
Eric, what do you know about the
you get a deed,
UBI?
Say that again?
The Universal Basic Income.
What do I know about it?
Yeah.
The Universal Basic Income is an attempt for it's a movement to have everybody have X amount of dollars, no matter whether they're working or not, a lot allocated out to them, and then they always have some money to contribute into the economy.
Do you think that's feasible? Yeah. Do you think that there's any feasibility to that at all?
It's a bad idea.
I agree.
It's a bad idea,
Yeah.
and it's not because it's going to make people lazy. It's because it's going to drive inflation through the roof.
Yeah.
Through the roof, man.
And it values the dollar. I think it's going to value the dollar.
You think how do you think it? Well, educate me on that one, because I've heard other people say that, and I don't see how it devalues the dollar.
Because where are you going to get this? So where are you going to get this money from to give everybody not $9,000 or $12,000 a year? You can't just keep printing paper.
They're going to pull it from the taxes, but because the U.S. dollar is so strong, the U.S. dollar is the strongest currency on the planet Earth.
What taxes? What taxes are you pulling it from in order to put it back out? If you're taxing me $4,000 a year, how are you going to give me back $12,000?
No, it doesn't work like that. See, you can't have if you're going to have a UBI, then you've got to have tax reform, because then there would be a whole different tax structure. But that's for the brainiacs to figure out. I'm just saying, it was something I heard about, and it was interesting to me.
Yeah.
Because one thing you do is you eliminate all the welfare and public assistance.
But that's welfare.
Hey y'all,
That is
hey y'all
Pretty
know.
much.
I hate to say this, but we getting close to time to get up out of here. Hey, thank you. Pay my cashier. Get out my barbershop. I'll see you next week. Sister-in-law.
For y'all want to buy them?
That's the barber shop.
You got any bootlegs?
Come bring them by any day, bro.
Hey, come to the back. I got something for you.
452 don't sleep.
Go ahead and print them off.
Sister-in-law, tell us a little bit about what you're doing, where they can find you to get it done.
I'm an esthetician. Do you know what that is?
No, what is that?
I
guess this is the white. I guess this is the ASK Becky segment. What is that?
Well, it's amazing. I do facials, waxing, make your brows tight, on flake.
You thread?
No,
you don't thread
wax, wax,
Oh.
wax. Much faster, much easier. I spray tan people. You know, everybody wants to be what they're not.
Yes.
If you're light, you want to be dark. If you're dark, you want to be light.
Yes.
So whatever you come in, you want to be, I make it happen. So I have my own business. It's Normal Skin in Athens, Georgia.
So if I wanted to send me something special, you can make me like.
So is there a number, anything they can get in touch with you?
706-296-9100.
Give your name again.
Stephanie King, Normal Skin.
Thank you much.
Mr. King,
What you want to know?
what can we? Thank you, man. First of all,
Appreciate you.
hey, like I
Appreciate
said,
you.
you know this is a drink on 2 weeks.
Hey, appreciate y'all having us in. It was kind of random. Yeah, well, next time we'll have to drop in again.
I mean, next time y'all at IKEA, just come on down the street. Come on through. And
We'll get to the baseball next time and talk about those Braves.
We'll do, yeah, we got
All right.
oh man, it's about that time, people. It's about that time for us to get on about this thing. Y'all need to come on in here with some sponsorship. Let us do some commercials for you. Let's work out something. We need another hour, man. This is too much fun and it go by too fast. But it's time to clean the clippers, sweep the floors. Stevie, we're gonna let you clean the bathroom.
Yeah, that's initiation, baby boy.
Shop is closed.
Yes, sir.
We did it. You think so?
Yes,
Okay.
I do think so.
You did a hell of a job. Thank you.
Appreciate that, bro.
Great show. Weema, baby, what's good with you, baby? But Weema, education is the great equalizer, but the problem is they cutting out everything.
Right.
Until they figure out a way to start cutting out everything.
Education is a great equalizer, but are the people getting taught the same thing? Because you may be taught something
different book, and they got pages missing in the book.
No, it's not the same thing because
things are going to teach you and prepare you, and over here you might not get taught and prepared over there. So when you go up to college, you like behind the 8 ball because it's like too much.
Thank you, Facebook. We love y'all. Come back in here with us next week.
You know, my son